Right, Sean, Katie, Sean, Katie. Joker.
Yeah. I was going to try and say the French, but I'm not going to.
Folie à deux.
I did not do very well in French in school.
Well, neither did I, but I can still read French. It's just Folie à deux.
You probably butchered that.
No, I think I've said it pretty well, actually.
Butchered it.
So, new teaser. We're going to watch, we're going to react.
Do we know when this is coming out yet?
No idea.
Probably June, innit?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Everything
it's
else
coming out
there.
in June.
Although, with films like this, they tend to give it quite a long, thing. What do you call it?
Yeah.
And, I mean, the last time the Joker, when the first Joker teaser came out, it was like a year later that the film came out.
Right, so still potentially a lot of time.
Yep. Also, added bonus before we react, at the end of this video, Katie is going to do an impression of Joaquin Phoenix's laughter that she has assured me is absolutely fantastic.
I've never said that in my life. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, let's watch. Yeah.
Oh, that's loud.
I can hear yours louder than mine.
Hey, Fleck, you got a joke for us today?
Looks very skinny.
We use music to make us whole, to balance the fractures within ourselves.
I have heard that this film's a musical.
I'm nobody. I haven't done anything with my life like you have. Let's get out of here.
What the world needs now is a love sweet
It's full.
It's the only thing
When's that?
that there's just
When's that?
to live love. What the world is sweet love.
Tell us, what's changed, Arthur?
I'll tell you what's changed. I'm not alone anymore. That's what we should be talking about.
I want to see the real you.
Oh, that's a clever shot.
That's awesome. That's an awesome shot. That's what Americans do. Their dates all kind
I was
of
gonna
crazy,
say.
don't they? Yeah, so it's because that's
I was going to say because
That's today,
that's
isn't it?
today in
Yeah.
our time, in our way of doing that.
in the majority of the world's way of doing that. Yeah, that's today.
Yeah.
But it's actually the 4th of November. Oh yeah, October. Yeah, I went crazy for a bit there.
I'm doubting myself now.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Because weirdly enough, you'd think the month after my birthday month would be easy for me to remember.
Memorable.
Yeah, but you
A
know.
month before our sister's birthday month, isn't
Yep.
it?
And one day after my dad's birthday.
Weird that we didn't go with that. But
Yeah, weird, isn't it? It's all about me. That's what it is. Yeah, any ideas?
I don't. Is she in the asylum? Is she not? Does she go in there to get him out? Does she? I don't know. I don't know what.
Yeah.
She's in it, but then later on, it looks like she's not in it. Like she's visiting him.
Yeah.
So maybe she's like an obsessed fan or something.
Yeah.
She tries to like visit him and.
Yeah, because for those of you that don't know, the normal origin for Harley Quinn is that she's a doctor, Harley Quinzel, who falls in love with her patient,
Yeah.
the Joker.
As we've seen from the first one, it's not like traditional in the sense of what I think everyone expected the origin to be.
Yeah, yeah.
It actually made you like pity the Joker. Not so much like him, but you definitely pitied him and you felt bad for him.
Empathise with him.
Yeah.
You can definitely empathise with them. See, this is one of those films where people will say I'm a bit of a hypocrite, because I normally say I don't like villains, sort of anti-villain stories where they try to humanise normally good villains, but the Joker lends itself a lot better to being that type of film than I would say other characters do. Like the most recent one was Wicked, because I said I didn't really think that I needed to see an anti-villain story for the Green Witch. To me, personally, I think the Joker suits it better, but then again, I haven't seen Wicked.
Yeah. I think the thing with the first Joker is that it didn't try and, like, mask his crimes.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like, oh, but it's just a complete misunderstanding. The first one, where he first killed the guy, like, you shot the guy, you could argue that was in self-defense, but then it progressively got worse and worse to the point where he was like battering someone's head off a wall. So it definitely wasn't trying to make you say, okay, this is a good guy.
Yeah. It's an unstable guy more than anything else.
Yeah.
Like that should go without saying, but I think the reason the Joker lends itself well for these types of films is because people always say that he's a result of Batman's influence. I would argue it's not so much Batman's influence, it's society's influence. Because if this society allows and then hero worships a vigilante, it makes sense for someone like the Joker to come out of the woodwork. You know, because clearly there's something mentally wrong with Batman. You know, people might say, oh, well, he's the best hero and all that stuff, but there is obviously quite clearly something mentally wrong with Batman, which is why someone like the Joker is the opposite side of the coin. And I think the first film did that as well, except Batman wasn't really a part of it. It was society that shaped him.
I mean, you saw the Waynes, you saw Bruce Wayne briefly, but it was mainly like Thomas Wayne that it explored, wasn't it? How he was like corrupt and
it was, like I say, it was society that sort of bred him into becoming Joker.
It was a very good scene with Robert De Niro. Was it Robert De Niro? When he's getting interviewed by him? I am thinking of the right person.
On the talk show.
On the talk show. Where he kills him and he's ranting about how, you know,
what happens,
what happens when you beat someone. I can't remember the whole
cross a
monologue.
mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash. You get what you effing deserve. It's true. It's true. It still holds up. But yeah, I think that's what's not great, but it's sort of, I like this version of the Joker. He is different to other versions, but I really like it.
I wonder. I don't know what to expect from this one.
Yeah.
From the moment they announced it, I wasn't quite sure what they were going for. I wasn't expecting her to be like a patient. It looks like she visits him.
Yeah.
They're the stairs he goes down, aren't they? But where he ends up dancing down.
Maybe it's sort of because it looks like she's singing with the group there. Like they're all standing there. There's a guy on the piano. Maybe she's like part of some kind of program where she comes in and because they talk about songs, and she tries to help them through music and ends up accidentally meeting them. But I always thought the first one, it's sort of the ending's open to interpretation, isn't it? Because
it's him just walking and he's got bloody foot.
Not even that bit. The bit in the asylum, the asylum anyway, because it doesn't make it seem like it's chronological. It almost makes it seem like it was a big thing in his head. But obviously, if they're going down the route of him being quite famous here, it obviously can't have been made up in his head.
Well, that's, I mean, where he gets caught, he's in the back of the police car and they break him out, don't they? And, you know, he's got loads of followers, so...
Well, it looks like you see two chasing him.
Why would they be chasing? Oh, has he, like, done something and they're escaping? Or is it like...
Are they chasing him or are they all trying to get away? There is police cars, maybe it is. But then, are they after just him or are they after the guys that's with him as well?
Well, you'd imagine they'd be after everyone that is involved, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I also think there's a big chunk of it that seems like it's in their heads.
Oh, look, some free Joker. So they're all the... What does that say? Something killed. Fleck? Does that say Fleck?
You can't see the bottom bit. Arthur Fleck killed. I like her look though. I'm not going to say suit, but I like her look. She looks good.
I think something that's been annoying is people have been crapping on Lady Gaga pretty much since it was announced she was going to be playing Harley Quinn, and when still started coming out. I think just give it time.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the fact that he was playing the Joker, and it was a great film. I know some people didn't like it because it's not a superhero film, but I didn't care. It was a superhero film.
Just give her a chance. Just watch the film. You know what I mean? It might be good, it might be bad. But at least just give it a fair shot.
Yeah. We love you, Joker. Is it something like clear on all charges?
Maybe.
Is it about a court date or something?
Yeah, it seems like that's what it probably is, isn't it?
Yeah. Free Joker. Clown in the background. Weird.
It's hard to know how much of this is going to be actually happening and what of it's going to be. What's going to be actually happening and what's going to be in his head.
Yeah.
You know.
Because
that was the revelation from the first one, wasn't it? Is that the supposed relationship between him and I can't remember her name. Him and the lass in the same
building, yeah.
Flat complex was that he never actually went out with her. She didn't even know him.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what he fabricates and what he doesn't.
Yeah. I like the look of it though. It seems like there's moments like this where it's got the sort of Joker filter on it that was in the majority of the first Joker. There's only a handful of scenes that I can think of where this filter isn't on. And it's almost like there's Arthur Fleck and then there's the Joker. I'm not saying the guy's got two personalities, but that's what it seems like with the filters. And then you see scenes like this where it doesn't look like that, and it almost looks like a sort of like La La Land. Everything looks sort of really staged and like a stage show.
Yeah.
Like another one's that. There's your sort of Joker filter. The filter from the first film. There's another one. Where's the other one? I think it's the same there. I suppose the only way I can think of is that one looks really sort of saturated so that it looks rough, like the city looks rough. And Arthur's face looks like that there looks rough. But then you get scenes like this where scenes like this one and other ones where it looks like it's like a musical. Just from the look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See, it might not be. It might be that she's some kind of employee. I was like, well, she's clearly not a doctor, but maybe she is a doctor. So this looks like it's got all the patients in here sort of watching a film, probably a musical. And she's certainly taken an interest in him. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what to expect. Weird.
Yeah. I wonder if it's gonna truly explore their relationship in terms of how toxic it is and how horrible it is.
Well, no doubt. When this film comes out, we'll have loads of idiotic tweens who say they want a relationship like this one. For all we know, this one might be a very romantic one. And because if they're living in this fantasy world that's in their heads and it's all about each other and all that stuff, then it's not necessarily a bad thing. But the one that really ticked me off was the Suicide Squad one. That one was kind of like, what are you talking about? You want a relationship like that? He tells her to jump in a vat of chemicals to prove I loved it. You want a lad that makes you do that? I mean, my answer here to people would be, you want a man who's locked up in a psychiatric ward for murdering people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is more about the people really than the film, doesn't it?
I guess it just depends how far they go with it.
Yeah.
How much of that, because it is only early days, so it might not be like that bad. Yeah.
But almost every other variation of the Joker Harley Quinn relationship is abuse, and not from her to him. It's him to her, because no one in the Joker's life matters except Batman. Like, that's the only relationship he actually cares about. So because there's no Batman in this, there's every chance that that relationship is there. And I don't know what the end game with these films are. I don't know if they're making a third one.
I don't know if they know if they're making a third one. It kind of... I didn't think there'd be another one after the first one.
I didn't either.
But it was so popular and so well received that it made sense that they would do a second one.
Do you know when this film came out, almost every time I went out, there was either someone dressed up as him or people walking around laughing like idiots. And it's like, I get the appeal,
but don't make it your entire personality.
yeah, but also the man has a I don't know if I'd call it a disability, but he has an issue. And I get he's not, and I'm not saying you're insensitive to make light of these types of things, because it's a character, for goodness sake, but you're basically saying, I want this condition where I have to laugh at everything. And
Is that a real condition?
I don't know. And but also, when you see him in certain scenes, it's painful that he's laughing. Like the train scene where the lads are sort of walking up to him, he's sitting there like trying to choke himself, stop him laughing. I don't get why people envy that. I suppose the idea of the Joker is fairly reasonable enough, because it's this guy who is a product of a very toxic society, just letting loose on all his insecurities and all his mental illnesses, and doing what he wants, and just having his version of fun, I suppose would be the only way to say it. But there's a reason people don't do that. Man walked onto a late night talk show and murdered someone. Shot him 3 or 4 times.
Just once, wasn't it?
Shot him once in the head, but no, he shot him a couple of times after that as well.
Oh, did he?
Just to vent it out. He also bashed the guy's head against the wall.
Yeah, that was like...
Shot 3 guys on the subway.
Didn't he kill that lass and her daughter?
No, I don't think so. Killed his mother.
I know he killed his mother, but I thought he killed...
I don't think so.
It left it open, didn't it? It definitely didn't say whether or not they were dead.
I don't know. It didn't say whether or not they were dead, but I don't think...
Because he just appeared in her flat and he was like to the thing. And then he just cut to him leaving, didn't it? So he didn't actually say if he killed them or not.
I never thought about that. He does do that to her, doesn't he? Same thing that she does to him here.
That's what he did to
her
daughter in the lift, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it'll just be... Because I'd like to think they're not just going to go crazy and make like 5 or 6 films. Because I like that the guy that's making it, I think it's Todd Phillips. It's good that he's taken his time to write good films, with good characters, good plot points, good, whether you want to call them twists or, and it's essentially a Batman film, because the Joker is a Batman villain, but it is not really that Joker. Like, I can't see Batman being with this Joker, primarily because Joaquin Phoenix is a bit older. Like, his version of the Joker is quite old, and Bruce Wayne was quite young the last we saw him.
Yeah. Unless he has like a 10-year growth spurt or something.
Yeah. But I can't see at any point this leading to a Batman showdown. Unless it's like they do a 4th film where he looks up and he sees a thing in the sky.
So, I mean, if it ends with it being like, oh, so Batman's here, but it doesn't actually have to show you and explore it, then that's fine.
Yeah. But I don't know. I would quite like it to end with maybe just end as a trilogy, because I think oversaturation would kill it. It's the same thing that we've said about the Batman, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of like we prefer them to take the time to write a good film and not have to be worried about all kinds of ridiculous nonsense. You know, just trying to get a film done so that it comes out a certain year.
I think it just depends what the crack is with this one. Where they go, if they leave it open at the end or not.
Well, I have no doubt it'll be popular. I mean, people love the first one. It does all seem to be surrounding the dancing and the singing, doesn't it? Not just this film, but also the first one. The first one was all about him dancing, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Like his dancing kind of...
Was him like letting go, wasn't it?
Yeah. So maybe her singing and the music ties together with his dancing. Maybe that's why they're so perfect for each other.
There's so much imagery of like his mental health and stuff.
And hers. Because obviously she's going to have issues if she's falling in love with a man like him.
I'm interested now to see what they do with it, what her, like, who she is. Like, obviously I know who she is, but how she meets him and how that happens.
Yeah.
Because on one hand it makes it look like she's a patient, and it's like she's visiting him because you see her behind the glass, and then it's...
Maybe it's along the lines of she's what spearheads his state court. That's why she's dressed up the way she is when we see her outside the court building. If I can find it, yeah, there, because that's outside the court building, isn't it? So maybe it's about her sort of trying to free him. These are all his sort of followers. Yeah, I'm interested. I also like that the sort of, when the first trailer came out, it was kind of, people knew what was going to happen to Robert De Niro's character.
Yeah.
They didn't know the steps they would take to get there, but there was quite a famous comic, well, it was Dark Knight Returns, when the Joker goes on a talk show and doesn't just kill the horse, kills everyone, but you know, it was nuanced, because obviously, what was he called? Franklin Murray or something like that. It was definitely Murray.
I remember the Murray because he'd be like Murray, didn't he?
Yeah. So people knew that. To me, what I can imagine here is that she's trying to get into court to get him loose, and maybe he gets loose anyway. You know, there is a lot of police here, but if he has anywhere near the amount of followers he had at the end of the first one, they're going to need a lot more police than that.
We can see them all here, all
yeah. So
I wonder if, because there was a scene where you saw them both like dancing on the steps. I think it was further back.
Further back. Wasn't this far back, was it?
No.
I don't know whereabouts it was.
No, but I just remember they were dancing on their thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I just...
Where's it gone? I feel like it was in here.
Yeah, so what were you saying about that bit?
I wonder if that's linked to the court scene, or if that's like if that's like in his head or something.
Right.
Because this here, it might just be showing you all like the musical bits, you know. It might not even be showing you like a lot of the stuff relevant to the plot.
Yeah. Because there's definitely a possibility that there's large chunks of this that are just...
What's changed, Arthur?
That bit. Is she pregnant there?
Maybe, yeah.
Is that what that's meant to look like?
Yeah.
Her hair looks different as well. Like, maybe this is her head, or maybe like...
Yeah.
Maybe she envisions this and that's why she goes, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's something along the lines of the fake him and the fake her going into the courthouse. Because, you know, Arthur Fleck, to her and to him, isn't his real self, this is. And to her, her real self is this, sort of, whatever this turns out to be, just his wife, maybe. Walking out of the courthouses themselves free, because it is I don't know if that's clear on all charges, but you know, it looks like it says on all charges, and that's a... So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they go with it. It might be sort of jumping between his head and her head. That'd be weird.
I feel like there's a big chunk of this teaser that just isn't even the plot. It's just like
just
in the
scene
heads,
thrown in,
or just like a musical bit.
Yeah. Either way, I can't wait to see what it is. Anyway, that was us watching the new Joker trailer. Let us know what you think down in the comments. What do you think the plot will be? Like the video, subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when we upload. We upload every day. Joker laugh.
No.
No, I'm going to try. Go on.
I can't remember how he does his laugh.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
You
No. I've never once said that I could do his laugh. I
I
don't know
know.
where
I
this
was
came
joking.
from.
Jeez. Anything else you want to say?
You're nasty.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say. Okay. Thank you for watching.
I need to know.